It's really hot outside. I know I keep saying it, but I don't expect it to be so hot, but I don't know what I was thinking. Down that way we saw something that looked like a campground. It said something under canvas, and we saw big canvases where people were, I guess, camping under. I'll have to look on the internet to see what kind of campgrounds there are. I also noticed you could take helicopter rides and parachuting too, not too far from here. So there's a river down here. And this river probably was much larger at one time and probably created these, I guess you want to call them canyons, rocks, mountains. Then you got the railroad track that rides along the river. Oh, you could hear the river. Look at that. Rick was saying in Pale Rider the town was called, what was it called?
Carbon Canyon.
Carbon Canyon, because they produced coal here.
Loving memory, Willow Creek mine explosion, 2000.
Oh, yesterday, 17 years ago, wow. All this is dedicated to the miners and workers in the area. This is tough work that these people have done and are doing. See people working on the roads, and it just amazes me how dangerous and difficult it is, but they're doing it. I don't know where you would learn to do such a job. On the job, I guess. You could read about this, the type of work they're doing, but I think you need hands-on to actually learn. And then look at this, the walls look like they're shaven. They must have recently cut into this. Maybe rocks were falling or something. They wanted to smooth it out. Yep, this is something I thought I would only see on TV, and here we are on the road. I can't believe how many miles and miles and miles of land there is and mountains. It goes on forever. As I said before, I never traveled out west before, and I had an inkling that it was huge. But again, until you travel it yourself, it's not the same. It is so much larger than TV, magazines, articles, pictures, etc. Truly loving this. What temperature is it?
104.
It's 104 degrees, and it went from mountains like that to flat, and it's super dry out here. Definitely desert. We've been driving quite some time since we stopped for gas. There was one gas station on this Route 6. So if you ever come this way, be sure to have plenty of food and water with you. I can't even imagine if someone were to break down. There's nothing out here. It's hot, it's dry, and there's not a town or city for miles upon miles. So it can be very dangerous if your car's not in shape, your tires aren't doing good. We saw a truck stop. Thankfully, he had a tank of gas in the back of his truck, and he was stopped when there was some road construction, and he was filling up his truck. So he was lucky that he carried extra gas with him, because he had a big giant truck. I'm sure he uses a lot of gas. And of course, we stopped and got gas at the one gas station we saw, and actually it's a ghost town, and that was the only gas station that's open, and it's not always open from what I read on the internet. So we're out here in the middle of nowhere, not anybody except for the people on the road. Of course, we have our cooler, water, Gatorade, snacks. We're good to go for a little while. We pulled off the side of the road here. We got lucky there was a road, so we could take pictures to show you how incredible it is out here. Today's been one of the most interesting days, scenic-wise, that I've seen on the trip so far. Even Rick agrees. See those mountains there? I'm not sure what they are, but there's snow on top, and they're really tall. Check this out over here. It's still very hot. It's like 100 degrees. And Rick's there by the railroad tracks. I noticed the dirt has some like whitish in it, and then I think I saw like a salt mine. I'm not sure, but I bet there's salt in here. I'm thinking that anyhow. Look how dry the earth is. So Rick and I were talking and saying there's so much to see. Then we're thinking, should we get an RV? Not get an RV? I could see pros and cons. I'm like 50-50. The bad thing, yes, it wastes a lot of gas and it's hard to get through traffic. But when you're out in places like this, you could actually stop. I would imagine though, like campgrounds, you still got to make reservations, but there's plenty of places you can boondock. I'm not probably the best person to be boondocking with, but I could do it probably for a night or two if need be. So I don't know. We're talking about it, but not for a long time, not for a while. All right, we're off to see. What are we going to see, Rick?
ARCHES National Park.
ARCHES National Park. And it's about 5 o'clock, so I'm hoping the sun sets a little bit to cool off. Alright, so the gentleman said that we have about an hour, and because they close at dark and they want you out of here before then, and he did not charge us the $25 that it normally costs to come in here, so that was really nice. We basically have time to drive through, get a few pictures, and get out. There's a visitor center when you come in, but we have everything we need. We just want to go up, see what we can. It's only 25 miles an hour here, so we'll just enjoy the view. Look at that rock up there. Holy moly. Have any of you been here before? If so, comment below. Did you camp? How many RVers do I have watching this channel? Comment below if you have an RV, if you use it, if you live in it full-time, part-time. It's a good thing we came when we did, because pretty soon they wouldn't have let us in at all. Oh, this guy's got an RV. I see lots of these. This camp, what is it called?
Cruise America.
Yeah, cruiseamerica.com. Was there another one? I think there's another company I saw too. Wow. feel like I have to study geology and learn all about how these were formed and how smooth they are. How it had to happen by water, the smoothness. No dogs allowed, and I'm looking at this crow, and I think he's bigger than Cookie. I think he would eat Cookie if he could. We're gonna have to come back and like camp in this area in a cooler time of year because I really want to see it. The gentleman at the window gave me a pamphlet with information. I'll just read one little part of it. It says, Arches National Park is a great family park where you could walk to many features. You can see much from a car, but the special aura of time, silence, and scale may elude you. Stop at the visitor center for advice. Watch the orientation film, see the exhibits, and browse the publication, maps, and other sales items. Self-guiding audio tours available. Ranger programs are offered seasonally. For more information, and can you see that website? The park has no food or lodging facilities. Moab, just south of the park, offers full visitor services. Devil's Garden Campground opens all year, has 52 sites, water and flush toilets. 2 group sites, tents only, no RVs, are for groups of 11 more. Reservations for individual sites and both group sites must be made at least 6 months in advance. That's what I figured. Park staff cannot make reservations for you and cannot tell you what dates are available. For details on how to reserve sites, visit. Again, there's the website and that's the phone number. Here's this caution. And they're serious about this. People die every year in these parks because people don't, follow the rules and they don't know what they're doing. Stay on trails or slick rock to protect fragile biological soil crust. These tiny organisms are critical to all life in the desert. It's cleaning the windows for me because I keep getting bug splats and then you have to look through that. It's kind of gross, so sorry. Just wanted to get out of the car and just show you this. It's still really hot. Might have cooled off down to 97. I don't know. Check this thing out. Kind of thing you see in the movies. See Cookie back there? Hey Cookie, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Isn't he cute? We're staying in Grand Junction tonight, so we'll be there a little bit and then we'll continue out east. But I'm so happy we were able to stop here, and it sure is nice that we didn't have to pay $25. Of course, it'd definitely be worth it if we could spend the day here or even the week. But I would come out to this area in cooler climate, like I said. I could spend a month here, I bet. I bet there's all kinds of things to see. I saw 2 different parks nearby. I don't know if they were national parks, state parks, something, but they weren't very far. So there's plenty to see around here for sure. So we were right here at the Arches, Delicate Arches it was called, the road, and the ranger made us turn around and we were right there at the Delicate Arch Road to see the Arches, so we missed out. That really stinks. And it's only 6:10. The park closed at 8. We'd had plenty of time to go down there and see it and turn around. So that was kind of like that movie Vacation, if you haven't seen it, with Chevy Chase, an old movie where they go all the way out to Wally World and it's closed. He took his family out there for a family vacation, just like it, except we turned around and we're leaving.